We made it to Veilstone City. Whoa. But yeah, let's see here. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Got any, rare Charizards? This is Team Galactic's warehouse. I know, playground for kids. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people really getting enjoyment out of it is probably also just because of, like, you know, having been so long since playing the original, so it appeals to that kind of thing. But since I played, like, Platinum recently, it just feels like I'm going through the same thing again, and it's, like, you know, a bit more evident, I guess, how little was changed, and it just feeling like the same kind of experience without this game, you know, really standing out on its own as much as I would have liked it to, and whatnot. Is what it definitely feels like. Let's heal up our Pokemon. Also, there's a lot of weird little things about this game. Like, did you ever notice how in the Pokemon Center, when your Pokeballs go into the machine, like, there's the little click of the Pokeball sound, but if you listen closely, there's also, like, a weird plunger-like sound? Let's listen. Why does it plunge your Pokemon? Why does it do that? It's so dang weird. I don't... This is a weird game. I don't get it. Like... It's freaking weird game. What do we do here? Do we just... What is the replacement for the game corner in this game anyway? Kinda heard it. Like, it's gonna be a lot louder for me since I'm like, I have the game volume way louder for myself than I do on stream, so that my voice can clearly be louder than it. So, you know, it might not be as evident for stuff. I started realizing that when I was watching back some parts of this series, and I was like, oh, listen to that thing in the audio, and I couldn't hear it as well when I was like watching back my stream, and I was like, oh yeah, it's way more evident when, you know, I'm not listening to my own voice apart from me speaking it. Like, I don't hear it in my headphones. All I'm hearing in my headphones is directly the game without, you know. It's so weird. I tried the ground underground. It sent me to it taught me how to fly. This is what happened. We did some hovering, and I couldn't leave the room because I was, like, you know, several meters above the door. So, the powers of my flight were a little bit too much to leave the room. So our Grand Underground adventures got cut a little bit short from having to just skedaddle out of there. I guess this is where you can start, like, doing costume stuff. Welcome to Metronome Style Shop. Anything I can help you find? I like to shop. Yeah, it's, I don't know why it happened. I just got in a battle with a Scyther, ran away, and then that happened. Oh my goodness, some of the outfits here are crazy expensive. You know, also, like, this game has aspects that, you know, the originals didn't have. Things like Pokemon walking behind you, being able to catch other games' legendary Pokemon, being able to customize your trainer. But one of the reasons why I'm salty at this game is, like, each of these aspects are just, like, a lesser version of what's already been done in, like, pretty much every previous instance of games before. Like, ever since it was introduced in X and Y, apart from Oraz, this is the least customizable game since then, because it's complete costumes rather than individual pieces. In X and Y, you could do, like, the hat, the shirt, the jacket, the pants, the whatever. Like, you could customize all the things, as far as I'm aware, unless I'm losing my mind. I might, like, it's always possible my mind might be giving me false memories, but that's the way it was as far as I recall. So with Auras being an exception, freaking, like, 8 years after customizability was introduced, here's the least customizable Pokemon game ever made. Wow, isn't that crazy? So there's that has me kind of salty. Oh my goodness, that's expensive, isn't it? Catching previous legendary Pokemon. You can catch all the legendary Pokemon up to Gen 4 in a Gen 4 remake from 2021, whereas in a Gen 3 remake from 2014, you could catch all the legendary Pokemon from Gen 1 to 5. And in the last generation of games, like before Generation 8, with Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, you could just catch every legendary Pokemon there was at the time. So, glad to see we have our priorities straight here when it comes to future games. So these are the reasons why I'm, like, really salty at these games, because it just feels like the originals, and what's new that wasn't in the originals is just lesser versions of what's been in, like, pretty much every other Pokemon game up to this point. So, that's the key reasons why I've been salty. I do kind of like the Pikachu hoodie and whatnot. Grand Underground is the place you spent way too much time at. I've heard a lot of people saying that's pretty fun, and I'm sure that it could be a kind of fun side activity when it doesn't get me to fly to space. But yeah, I probably spent the most time underground in the original games and whatnot. Eevee style jacket. I like the jacket. I don't like the freaking skirt. I don't know. I want freaking pants. If only you could freaking customize individual pieces, but I guess that's too much to ask for there. Like, I like the hair and whatnot on this one, and the jacket's cool and whatnot, but meh. This one's actually pretty alright. Yeah, I actually kind of like that one in a way. I think we're just going with the freaking Pikachu hoodie is what we're doing. Sure, we'll do that, I guess. Have I updated the game? Hell no! Disconnected from Wi-Fi for that specific reason. Yeah, this is interesting looking, isn't it? Interesting. Just keep an eye on that step counter. This is what we'll do. So, what the hell is this building now? Style shop storage? What the hell? Because you heard the placeholder music? Isn't it such a masterpiece? Isn't it wonderful? Box goes here and that box goes there. Another reason I'm salty. This is the only game that I have ever heard of, ever, that shipped without its title screen, opening movie, soundtrack, credits, closing movie, or post game. Those all get put in the day one patch. If that doesn't say rushed, I don't know what does. Just ship out the game in whatever state it's in. We'll finish the rest and slap it in with a day one patch or something. Like, it's strange because those are things that you'd think would all be done like ahead of time, because those are things that should take like a lot of man hours that, you know, isn't just something you can quickly throw together. So like I was theorizing for a while that maybe it was just a way to, like, you know, cheap out on getting cheaper, smaller game cards and allocate more of the game size on the Switch itself. But we did the math with like the game size, the day one patch size, and the potential cartridge sizes, and determined that that couldn't be the case. So it's just strange. I just will never understand why this, why this game is the way it is. Oh, you can select box Pokemon. That's nice. I like that. But yeah, it freaking launched with a lot of features like not even done with a day one patch. There's no Wonder Trade. You can't go into the Union Room with more than 2 people. Like, a lot of the basic functionality of this game isn't even a thing with the game the way it launched. I hate how everyone moves according to the grid. Hey, Harmonia, are you going to take on the gym leader? Wow, you just keep getting tougher and tougher. Me? Well, I took a look in the department store, and I mean, yeah, of course I've been working on my Pokédex, but well, anyways, keep it up. I'll see you around. I hate how everyone moves by the grid. Should we just go into the gym? Like, Lynn is still up front, and this is the fighting gym, so this would be fitting for that. But yeah, like, I'm just trying to share a message here about, like, this is not okay shipping a game like this, you know? Like, I'm playing the product that they sold me on the shelf, is the thing, is what's going on here. This is what was shipped out. This is what I paid money over the register for. This is what was handed to me. This is the product that I'm playing and I'm showcasing. It's not my fault they shipped it out like this, because it is just straight up not. Oh yeah, I just gotta strike a blow. Isn't that what I named this part of Pokemon Platinum, was like strike a blow for something? I don't remember. Like, I'm just bringing to light here the unacceptableness of freaking shipping a game in this kind of state. Like, again, I've never heard of any game ever shipping without basic things like its title screen and soundtrack. All its post-game content, you know? Like, that's just completely unheard of. Like, what the hell, even, is what we're doing. So, boopity bop. What the hell? Do you have a focus sash? Oh my goodness, we're just hella unlucky. But yeah, it's, I set this theme as my alarm. I said for a while that I was thinking about doing it. I finally did it. So that I could, like, report to the, like, I said I was gonna set this placeholder theme as my alarm, so I could report on what it's like to wake up to the with, like, the freaking original MIDI plus default cue-based trumpet sound. So, like, it's been set like that for a few days now, so you'd think I'd be able to report on what it's like waking up to this, but I haven't actually woken up to this yet. Every time I've set my alarm, I've been waking up like an hour before my alarm goes off, and that doesn't normally happen. It's only after I set my alarm to this theme that I've been waking up like consistently an hour before my alarm goes off every time for the past few days so far. So I don't know if, like, yeah, I refuse to listen to it, I guess. So I don't know if my body's just like rejecting that and doing what it can to avoid being woken up to that, like it knows it will otherwise, or what's going on. So does that count as a report on the effects that setting this theme as my alarm has had? Does that count? So that's a thing. This is different than the one in Platinum. I don't remember what things are like in Diamond Pearl because it's been too long. Like, I just remember the platinum versions from doing that earlier this year. Strike a blow for tears with my fist. It's so bad you'll wake up before it goes up. Yeah, I don't want to wake up to that freaking crazy obnoxious intro theme to the placeholder DS sound thing, whatever the heck. You know, I started listening to some of the, what we're listening to right now, if you install the day one patch, becomes like an option in the menu to like set DS sounds or something like that. Where it's like, if you want a more classic feel that feels more retro like the original or something like that than the remastered themes. But I started listening to, like some of the actual original themes, and I feel like the actual original themes are better than these placeholder thingamabobs that are like the MIDI plus some default instruments, which in the case of this theme is just the original MIDI plus like the default cue-based trumpet sound is the thing. So like I can't quite put my finger on it. Like I feel like to properly understand, anybody would just have to like look it up themselves to, you know, properly spot the difference. But you know, the you can tell. You can definitely, do you have any strength left? Do you need some food or something? Food, Mr. Judo, don't remember the originals make you want to cut your ears off? Yeah, there's that. People say that the MIDI Dragon Quest music is bad. I haven't heard shit yet. I've never played a Dragon Quest game in my life. I may one day, but, I believe it. With the karate quads, strike a blow for hope with my fist. Yeah, hope. Like, yeah, the weird MIDI placeholder DS sounds of this are not very good, but we're listening to them for two reasons. One, to showcase the way this game shipped, and two, we're a filthy memer. So can't deny those two reasons, I guess. But hello, Lancer. How are you doing today? Play Pokemon God Rock in the Hood 3 and Police Call almost died, not clickbait. Love Dragon Quest, tolerate, and even enjoyed a lot of the MIDI music. Maybe one day I might play a Dragon Quest game, but it might not be for a while. Like, at least when it comes to the actual remaster music, what I've heard about the actual remaster music in this game, I've mostly liked, honestly. Like, a lot of the remastered themes that I've heard off of YouTube and whatnot have been good from what I've heard. But as I was saying earlier today, I tried to actually track down more of the remastered soundtrack, and I literally couldn't find, you know, the I swear, they were the placeholder ones. People who upload the placeholder themes and people who upload the actual remastered themes title them the same thing, and anybody who uploads the placeholder doesn't mention that it's the placeholder. They just call it like the OST all the same. And so I literally couldn't, in a lot of cases, I literally had no idea whether I was listening to the placeholder or the actual remastered, so I couldn't tell if it was bad or good for a lot of the remastered soundtrack that I was trying to listen to earlier today, and I was just hella confused and oh man. But yeah, Instant Dragon Quest is brought up, you arrived. It's the rule. It's the rule right there. Bam, Machoke. Having the opposite issue, you can't find the placeholder music. I've only been finding the placeholder music, or at least what sounds like it. I've been listening to, because I've been trying to listen to themes that I haven't heard in this game yet, but what I've been hearing is like on the line where it's like, I can't quite tell if it's remastered or just like lazy MIDI. Like, that's probably a sign that it probably is just the MIDI in that case, but you know, it also sounds a little bit like it could potentially be the actual remastered thing, but I can't know. Like, I was trying to find a playlist that had the thingamabobs, but I couldn't freaking find stuff, and I was losing my mind over it. But yeah, there's that. Boopity bop, level up the freaking thingamabobs. About to send in Machoke. Sure, go ahead and send out Machoke. Do what you want to do with Machoke there. Sound effects just desynced for a sec in your game? I'm glad to see that these games shipped in, like, really complete states. Apparently, like, a lot of the glitches I've seen reported apparently are, like, still in there after, like, the day 1 patch, the day 2 patch, however many other patches there were. Do I really want Leech Seed? Not really. I mean, over Tackle, I guess, but, like, But yeah, from what you know, it was just the trainer wild Pokemon in gym battles that had the placeholder music, really? Because, like, none of the themes that I've been listening to so far in this game have been ones that, like, really stood out to me, like, playing without the day 1 patch. Like, and I've listened to some people have, like, sent me some of the themes on, like, with YouTube links, and I've listened to some of them, and it's like, hey, that's pretty good. But literally none of what I've heard in this you know, launch version of this game has sounded sounded good to me. Is the case. But yeah, Dragon Quest Minis aren't this bad, and this isn't as bad as Sonic Chronicles, whatever the F it was trying to do with its music. What game is Sonic Chronicles? I know that there's a lot of Sonic games, but I straight up have not heard of Sonic Chronicles before, I don't think. I've heard of a lot of Sonic games. We're getting our starter all the way evolved. Oh, that's neato. And just like that, Malos is Torterra now, a BioWare developed Sonic RPG for the DS. Oh, I do know what that is. Oh, it's that. It's that thing. It's like if Mario and Luigi was not good. Oh man, Malos wants to learn the move Earthquake. Freaking, of course. Yes. Yeah, get out of here, Leech Seed. I do actually know about that game, now that you mention it, if it's the freaking BioWare. I appreciate their Mika Blaze. I do appreciate the host once again. I hope that my negative viewpoints on this game don't, you know, hopefully they don't take away from like your experience if you're really enjoying it or anything, but I'll stay very salty at these games. Go off 11-hour streams, so you need rest. That's understandable there. I hope you have a good rest of the night, Mika Blaze. I do once again appreciate the host and whatnot. And oh, before you head out, one more thing, Bob. I know that one of the game that I've seen you stream sometimes is freaking Minecraft stuff, and I'm gonna be starting Minecraft stuff in the near future with the cave update. The cave update is apparently coming out on November 30th. If anybody's watching this on YouTube after the fact, it'll already be way past November 30th. But I'll be starting a server sometime shortly after that, where I'll be doing like a series on my channel. It sounds like I'll probably be doing a co-op series on another content creator friendo's channel, but it's a server that'll just basically be open to like content creator friendos and whatnot. And if you want to be a part of said server, you're welcome to hop on. Just figured I'd throw that out there. I gotta keep a close eye on my my steps. Is what I gotta do. I don't think we need to worry about it too much. We should be pretty a-okay. It's an interesting kind of puzzle. But yeah, when it comes to Sonic Chronicles, to call the music unfinished is an understatement. I believe it. There's no music, only beeps. This one depends if you have time to join in. It's the kind of thing where it's like, you know, it's not going to be like a set time kind of thing. It'll probably just be like a server that generally stays up over the course of like the few months or something like that that's going on. And anybody who's interested in being a part of it can just come on and join into things like whenever they want to, as long as the server is up. Potentially do co-op things at some point if like scheduling stuff works out, but not. This is gonna be a complicated, weird thing, Bob. But there's still a lot of plans that need to be worked out. But it's we're getting there. We're figuring things out. What the hell do I do here? What is going on? Like the video project, that's understandable there. That's the way that it often is around here as well. What the hell? But yeah, it is up to you. You're welcome to be a part of it if you want to, if there is time and whatnot. Just figured I'd throw it out there. Don't tell me I actually screwed myself. Like, what the hell? Oh, you can move it one more tile. Okay. I wasn't quite sure there and whatnot. Speaking of BioWare, like, I've talked before about how BioWare is one of the, is probably the biggest local game studio we have here where I live, and it might potentially be a place that I might apply to, like, sometime after I'm done with, like, you know, doing my degree and whatnot towards game design stuff. Well, yesterday, my dad was selling, like, an old cooler of ours, so I went and, like, helped load it into the car of the person who was buying it. And we were making some small talk while that was happening. He was asking what I was studying, and I said like a Bachelor of Science in Computing Science and a certificate in game design to hopefully work in the gaming industry at some point. And he had said that he actually worked at BioWare as a QA tester. So it's really cool to see like what a small world it is sometimes, you know. And it's neat that there is a large game studio like that here where I live. Like, I kind of lucked out with what part in Canada I live from the perspective of like game design stuff here, because there's not only BioWare, there's also Improbable, which is a company that nobody knows about yet because they're only making their first game right now, which nobody knows what it is yet. except a handful of students in my class got a little bit of a preview of it. Because it's being developed in this city, whenever the day comes that it comes out, I'm sure it's something that we'd cover. And apparently, supposedly, according to my professors, there's a lot of indie studios here as well. I don't really know of any of them, but according to my professors, at least, there's apparently a lot of indie studios here as well. So this seems like a pretty good hub for like gaming and whatnot. Yeah, BioWare has had a little bit of a shaky time with recent titles. Like the biggest flop probably being Anthem. That yikes. Yikes. But yeah, appreciate that. Have a great stream. All right, appreciate it, Mika Blaze. Hope you have a good rest. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the scale, aren't we? Because we always do the scale. Whoa! This was not meant to be zoomed in. This was clearly a world meant to be viewed from top down, and it just does not feel right when it's this zoomed in. But yeah, no, the Steel Wool, the company that makes the FNAF games now, is here. Oh, interesting. Speaking of new FNAF, that's when that releases, we're probably gonna be playing it with Shuck. Hello, I'm pleased to meet you. I'm Maylene, and I'm the gym leader. I don't really know what it means to be strong or how I got to be the gym leader, but I will do the best I can as the gym leader. I take battling very seriously. Whenever you're ready, we're doing the scale. It's so freaking janky in Platinum, at least for sure. And I assume Diamond and Pearl. It's been too long since I played Diamond and Pearl, but I'm fairly certain Diamond and Pearl, this bar going across the screen was like this epic thing because it showed like the gym leader on the far right side that was like super determined to freaking kick your ass. And it would have like on the far left the big versus text and like the gym leader name. So it's like versus Rourke, versus Gardenia, versus Maylene. While they look like super determined to freaking send you to the Shadow Realm, like I was talking about with Rourke earlier, when I said that his Platinum one of those looked like he was doing like the anime glasses thing, for example. Like they look like they're ready to tussle. Whereas in this game, it's just a bar without any text whatsoever, and just like a generic freaking PNG of them. Like it's not even like a I'm about to whoop your ass. It's just like a aha! Dang it, I'm freaking I got distracted. Oh man, delete that one. We're gonna have like 5 of each, and then by the end of this, we're gonna have like a crazy set. Oh, I can delete these now. Can I multi-select? Gosh diggity darn it. I forgot to delete the stupid unknown ones. Gosh darn it. Hold on. We're deleting the unknown ones really quickly. No, don't freaking post it. We want to actually post it. Post. Wow. Only this one. Wow. Anybody who looks at my Twitter right now is going to be so confused. Here we go. Can multi-select? You don't remember? I haven't ever multi-selected. Oh yeah, we can't post it. I'm not connected to the internet. I forgot. That's how the internet works. Yeah, can't actually do that. Because I know I've used the posting things sometimes before when I'm sharing things like Breath of the Wild glitches and stuff like that. Like where was the yeah, like sometimes I'll share some of the mishaps that happen with Breath of the Wild off camera, because it's one of those games where it's like if I'm practicing for some stuff on stream, I will practice with that. If I ever do like another joke speedrun of Breath of the Wild, I'm doing this to get to Hyrule Castle instead. This was this was me successfully doing it from the Great Plateau, because I am not good at the bullet time bounce, but this trick at least I'm good at. So there's that. This is a funny glitch, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know. I don't even know what it's called, but it's hella funny. I love this glitch. It's probably one of my new favorite glitches in this game. It's so dang good. Anyway, but that game's glitchy in like a fun way. This game's glitchy in just like a kind of way. You know, what else was I going to say? I don't remember. In terms of like some other stuff happening recently, today I went and visited my my Oma. Went over there, brought the doggy along. It's been a long time since I brought the doggy. And the doggy, with her old age, she just turned 13 this month, by the way. Like, she's now officially a teenager as of like the first week of November. I don't know if I ever mentioned that on stream. I think I meant to, and then I forgot. I still have like a toy for her birthday that I've been meaning to give her. I could always give it to her on stream or something like that at some point, but because she gets like really excited over toys. They have to be like sometime not at the night when she's trying to like sleep and stuff, you know. But with her old age, she's been slowing down a lot more. She's not as much of the crazy banshee to as she used to be when she was younger. Prefer the Boomy Zoomies to get the Hyrule Castle, but it's so much more skill than I have to be able to do it. Like, I can do it with a handful of attempts, but like, I'm pretty bad at it, honestly. Like, I kind of suck is the thing. So I prefer the more consistent and wacky looking bomb. Actually, you could argue that the Boomy Zoomies are a bit more wacky looking. If you could definitely make the argument now that I think about it. But anyway, with her slowing down, when I was over there, she of course, whenever going to my grandparents' place, she always gets spoiled, as happens with her, and so she got like plenty of pieces of salami and whatnot. And then she passed out for a little while. She was pretty tired. She was stretching out and all cute and whatnot. And eventually, she just woke up and was just like in super crazy play mode and just needed to have this ball thrown for her over and over and over again. And it was thrown for her over and over and over again. And it tired her out quite a bit. And now it looks like she's sleeping once again. Is she? I went to pet her to see if she was asleep. And the answer is no. I saw her eyes open. Her eyes open like, why are you petting me? I'm trying to sleep here. She was freaking running in her sleep last night. Like, just like a little twitchy kind of runny and whatnot. But yeah, Breath of the Wild is one of those games where the glitches make it better. Gen 1 Pokemon and Ocarina of Time also fit into this category. I can agree. I can absolutely agree. How many images have we got? We're shooting for like 5 per gym leader to see their freaking stupid scales and whatnot, you know? So let's see here. I think this is like 4. I think that's the furthest left one we've gotten so far. Yeah, that's 4. We'll do one more. We'll do one more, and then we'll, like, compare our results. We're not going to be spending this long doing this on every gym leader like we did Rourke. But, hi. But yeah, argue Final Fantasy Tactics is another game like that, because every glitch in that game is helpful, aside from maybe the jump glitch. I know nothing about Final Fantasy, like, at all. Never mind Final Fantasy Tactics and whatnot. But yeah, I really like the glitches in Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is like a very interesting case where it's like, you know, if you just play the game casually, ow, my joints, you're basically never really going to be running into glitches in like most cases, is the thing. And you don't think that it's a super stable game. It's only when you take the time to like really learn the game that you find out how broken it is. And that's like the optimal way to have glitches in a game in a way that makes it fun, in my opinion. Like the kind of thing where it's like, if you're playing casually, you're never going to notice it. But like behind the scenes, the game is so complex that there's a lot of things that you can go out of your way to do to break it in half, you know? And that's the kind of thing where it's like, you know, it's something that developers don't really need to fix if it's the kind of thing that's not going to be in a casual playthrough anyway. And those who take the time to really learn it, it's just going to be fun with. Freaking glitches in this game, though, are just like weird visual things, weird freaking things with you teleporting up in the underground, which was kind of fun, but, you know, the fun didn't last for too long when you realize it doesn't really have any use. And then more visual glitches. More and more visual glitches. So hold on, let's start from so this was the first one. So it always seems like the first time you battle a gym leader is always when they'll be furthest to the right. And then it's from there that they start differing. And I don't know why. So this was for sure the furthest left one we got. And the furthest right always seems to be the very first time you battle them before any resets. Why is this? Why can't my game work? Gym leader Maylene. Use a glitch where you scroll the... Oh, gosh, diggity darn it. Do you know what I just realized? We are resetting one more time. Because I realized that in a lot of these battles, I actually use that opening screen of like the, you know, the kind of pose that the gym leaders do as like thumbnails. I've been doing that with like the Team Galactic commanders as well in those respective thumbnails. So for those, it's actually better if I turn these off so I have like more space to take that image out and whatnot. Like, so I'm resetting one more time, I guess. And I didn't even think about doing that with the Galactic commanders until I started making the thumbnails, and I had to specifically crop in past my cameras, which isn't too far because I don't clip too much into the game technically, but it just makes my, you know, post-recording, like, starting the editing process of, like, making thumbnails like, a decent bit easier, so that's what I'm doing. It's because I don't have to crop in past as past as much. I can have like the full screen if I want, but then just like zoom in like a smidge to like make proper space for the title of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond on the thumbnail, you know. Bam, that pose, that's the thumbnail. Easy. Now I can turn my cameras on. That's something I should keep in mind for future thingamabobs. Anyway, should I have gone to the Pokemon Center before doing this, or is it not a big deal? Guess we'll find out. But yeah, let's see here. You can use a glitch where you scroll the skill buying page using the square button while purchasing a skill and get infinite GP for that one job. This is in Final Fantasy Tactics, I gather. So you can do this with the summoner job to get Bahamut instantly, and now you have a nuke that can one-shot entire groups of enemies, with the only flaw being that causes 60 MP. I've never played Final Fantasy Tactics, but I'll assume that that's as spicy as it kind of sounds like it is. Is what I'll assume here. I'm now noticing how like the spotlights around the ring here kind of have like an orange tint to them, which is kind of fitting with the you know, fighting type theme. Oh, come on again, are you kidding me? Oh, never mind, everything is a-okay. So I kind of like that detail. Oh gosh darn you. But I've said it before, I'll say it again, the battle environments are easily my favorite thing about this game. I can say that for certain. There have to be something really... Where'd the health bar go? Where are the health bars? What the hell was that? What? I don't... Okay. Okay, the health bar just decided to take like a day off for a hot second. It was on like its lunch break and was surprised that we called it back. Wouldn't it be cool if this game functioned properly? Oh my good gracious. You know, I feel like this is a game where it's like part of me is in misery, the other part of me is loving every moment. You know, yeah, the game decided to go HUDless for a hot second. Why is the camera so zoomed out there? Is it because of my Torterra? Does my Torterra just make the camera like super zoom out? What is this new default camera angle? Why is it like so far away? Is it because of Torterra? Like, is that what's going on here? Does it just think that Torterra is like so much bigger than he is? Like, what's happening here? Well, there's another gym badge, I guess. I swear this camera is further back than it was before. I'm not going crazy, right? I hope. I really hope I'm not going crazy. If I'm going crazy, like, that's something that I'm always concerned about, is like the amount of stuff where I'm constantly being like, why is this that way? Why is this that way? That one of these times I'm gonna blurt out something that's like not even the case, and I'm actually just freaking going insane. Like, I'm sure it's going to happen eventually. Oh, another new evolution. So Legal is evolving. We're starting to get towards a lot of our full evolutions here. Also, oh, I just remembered something. Thinking about our electric type here. There's our Luxray Soleil. Sweet. When I was looking into like events that this game has, I was looking into like different routes and whatnot, and I was looking through a whole bunch of different Cerebi pages. And one of the things that I stumbled on was events, and I saw the thingamabob for Rotom, and found out that apparently if you go to the old chateau at night to catch Rotom, you just get the secret key for doing that, and then you can access the place that has like the appliances and do the things. So I just recently found out that, you know how we had a tactical refrigerator in our Pokemon Platinum playthrough? We could technically have a tactical refrigerator again. This is technically the case. I found out earlier today. Do we really want to though? I don't know about that. Why is this a sideways preview now? What is this? A show animal now? Why are we now looking from the side? Have to be in post game to get Rotom. Oh, okay, never mind. That sucks. But yeah, and you're naming your Pokemon after DC characters. Nice. Which Luxray was a better Pokemon? It's a cool Pokemon, but its stats are so unfitting for what it is. Yeah, I don't know if like, again, I don't know what our final team is gonna be. A lot. Like, freaking, the only ones that I want for sure until the end of time in this are like freaking Malos, Lyn, and Klexos. I don't know what the 6th slot could be. I don't know if Soleil and Akira are gonna stay. I don't know what we're doing, honestly. Like, I don't know what the strat here is. Like, if there's okay, you win. I was gonna say if there's like any suggestions or something that anyone would like really like to see as part of the team, I could consider it. But it's just gonna be like freaking beefer or something like that. It's still what's gonna be. Okay, you win. It's a tough loss. I learned a lot from it. Please accept this gym badge. I need to be more on top of things on my layout. We got the Cobble badge. You received the Cobble badge from Maylene. Neat. Neat. I should explain about that badge. We have the official Pokemon League badge. You can use the hidden move Fly from your Poketch. That is where it's at. Please take these as well. Contain the stickers that Maylene uses. I find the stickers really underwhelming. I don't know if I'm ever going to properly use the stickers after I tried them in the contest and they kind of sucked. I wanted a crazy amalgamation by putting like 20 stickers on, and it just wasn't. Each TM60 contains a move Drave Punch. That move inflicts damage, and it robs a target's HP. Remember the days when that was OP on Mega Kangaskhan? Those were the days. Those were the days, weren't they? Alright, let's get the hell out of here. What's our step count at? We've got freaking plenty of steps. We're on top of things for potentially doing this sequence break thing. I don't know if I can get it to work. Like, I just saw it in a clip. I'm gonna try to replicate it myself. But, like, that's where half of my Breath of the Wild glitch knowledge comes from anyway. So, like, I'm sure it'll work out. Quadruple physical attackers. Pukes. Wait, wouldn't it be double, though? Because there was, like, Kangaskhan and Kangaskhan's kid. Isn't it just double, not more? Also, should I adjust the game volume a little bit up? After all. I'll adjust it to, like, here as well. Do a couple decibels up. Sure.